Hey guys, welcome to yet another SAT math video. So today we're going to do a little more SAT review. So go get your pencil and notebook and let's do some math. Okay, so let's start with question number 5. Which of the following could be the value of C in the equation above, where C and D are constants? Our goal for this problem is to make the left side look similar to the right side. And how are we going to do that? Well, first let's multiply the left side. And to do that, we could use the acronym FOIL to help us out. F stands for multiplying the two first terms. CY times CY is C squared Y squared. O stands for multiplying the two outer terms. CY times positive D is just positive C dy. I stands for multiplying the two inner terms. Negative D times CY is negative C dy. And finally, L stands for multiplying the two last terms, and negative D times D is negative D squared. So now let's add up like terms. Positive C dy minus C dy cancels out to 0, leaving us with C squared Y squared minus D squared. And now it kind of looks similar to 25Y squared minus 16, where C squared is 25 and D is 16. But the question is asking for the value of C. So what we could do is set C squared equal to 25 because they are both coefficients of Y squared. And to get C, we could square root both sides to get rid of the square over here, and that would give us C is equal to the square root of 25 is positive minus 5. Positive negative, sorry. So the answer is B. Now let's go on to question number 6. If the square root of 49 is equal to the square root of y minus the square root of 16, what is the value of y? So these numbers are not too big, so we could just simplify them. The square root of 49, as you should know, is 7, and we set that equal to the square root of y minus the square root of 16, which you should also know is 4. So basically, you should memorize all of the squares and square roots of numbers up to 10. And now to solve for y, we could first add 4 on both sides, giving us 7 plus 4 is 11 is equal to the square root of y. To get rid of the square root, we could square both sides, giving us 11 squared is 121 is equal to the square root of y squared, and that is just y. So A is the answer. Now let's move on to number 7. This is a long one. Which of the following is the graph of the equation y is equal to 1/3 x minus 2 in the xy plane? So first, let me break down what this equation means. So this equation is written in slope-intercept form, which has a formula y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So looking at this equation over here, the slope is 1/3 and the y-intercept is -2. Keep in mind, when a line has a positive slope, it has an upwards direction, but if the slope is negative, it has a downwards direction. So keep that in mind looking at the answer choices. So A has a positive slope and it has a y-intercept of -2 because it intersects the y-axis at -2. So that could be a potential answer, but let's go through the other answer choices. Looking at answer choice B, it does have a positive slope, but it has a y-intercept of +2 instead of -2. So that is not the answer. And looking at answer choice C, it does intersect the y-axis at -2, but it has a downwards direction, meaning it has a negative slope. So C is not the answer. And finally, looking at answer choice D, off the bat, you can tell that the slope is kind of too steep, and it has a y-intercept of a number too high. So that is not the answer either, making A the answer.